guys, Mark here with week 2 of our Body Business push-up program. Now last week we went through some of the basics, just learning how to lower your body slowly and performing your regular push-up. One of the problems with a push-up for many people is, hey, it starts to become too easy because we can't add a lot of load or resistance as easily as you can in the weight room just by changing the pin or changing your barbell. But the great thing about a push-up is we can change that load and we can make it more difficult or more accessible just by how we change certain positions. So this week we're going to work on changing your lower body position with the push-up and kind of talk about what effect that will have on your movement. Now, with my feet, for most of us, we tend to start about shoulder width right there when performing a standard push-up. You might see the same thing in a modified variation, and that's going to be great. But for some of you, if that's become too easy, what we might try is narrow that base of support. So by bringing the feet in to where my ankles are almost touching, all of a sudden, I'm deciding that my core, both the front and the back side of the body, are going to have to work a good bit harder to keep me in line right there. So it's going to put more of that load on the upper body, so I can take that basic push-up and make it much more difficult just by stacking the ankles very close together. On the flip side, if you're new to doing full push-ups on your toes, what you may want to try is spreading those feet out wider. So now if I'm outside of shoulder width, I've just given myself a much broader base and might have an easier time moving into that push-up. Hey, if I'm constructing my own push-up workout and trying to make things a little more challenging, I might do my first 4 or 5 with my feet in close. I start to struggle, lose the form, and without going anywhere, I just step the feet out a little bit wider, and now I've got a stronger base, and I can continue with that set till I get my 10, 11, 12, 15, however many push-ups I'm working up to in that day. Now, since we're talking about feet and the core value of a push-up, one of the other things I can do, I might just lose a leg every once in a while. So, to step that push-up even more, what if we just raise one leg? And now you're working what we sometimes call a 3-point push-up, with one of those points being down on the lower body. So without that other foot, woo! And you can see it in my face. I'm having to work a lot harder right there. So that midsection is having to work to continually stabilize me because of that narrow base. Now finally, one of the other things you can do with the lower body is let's just elevate those feet. So, some of you guys grew up doing this, putting your feet on the couch or on the bed. If you're here with us at the gym, find a step, find a bench, and now we've just changed that angle, still trying to stay in one line by having my feet up higher. I'm not only taking a little bit more of my body weight on that movement, I'm also shifting some of that work higher up into the chest as well as the shoulders. So changing what's happening in the upper body simply by changing what's happening in the lower body. So you still do the same exercise, we just move those feet around a little bit, give it a shot, see what happens, and we'll see you with some more push-ups next week. We'll see you at Body Business.